So we know that there are 3 known endings in the Security Breach DLC, and I'm going to be theorizing and explaining all the endings. And only 2 of these endings can either be the fake or the true ending. But let's get started. The normal ending. This is also referred to being the bad ending. You can get this ending by listening to Gregory's directions while running from the mimic. He just tells you to keep running, go right, just keep running again. But your destination is an elevator, and once you arrive, Gregory tells you that he and someone else, who I think is Vanessa, couldn't be risked being followed. So Gregory betrays Cassie for everyone's safety, leaving her as a sacrifice. I assume in this ending, Cassie dies. People say that Gregory wouldn't do anything like this and theorize that it's actually the mimic that tricked Cassie into thinking it was Gregory betraying her. So do I believe this theory? A little. I mean, there are some parts that doesn't make sense of why Gregory would do this. I really hope this isn't the canon ending, but this can be one of the canon endings. So let's continue. Alright, so we got the fantasy ending. You can get this ending by putting on a mask while the mimic is chasing you on a cardboard cutout of Freddy. This ending basically means that Cassie hallucinated until the mimic got her and died. You can hear the mimic mimicking Gregory's voice as it says, "I found a place to hide." Though I consider this a bad ending as well, because you just get captured by the mimic and you just see this. So no one really talks about this ending, and some people say it's canon or not canon, but let's dive into it. So this ending is called the Scooper ending, and so what happens is the mimic is wearing some costume and chases you like normal. Your destination is some type of scooper room, and so you press a button outside a room, scooping the mimic. Once this happens, the mimic dies or is probably tricking you. I don't know. I also consider this as the good ending, as nothing happens to Cassie and just shows her defeating the villain. Alright, here's my final opinion of which ending I think is the canon one. I think it's the elevator one. So yeah, we can see the mimic opening the elevator, trying to get Cassie, but I feel like when the elevator was falling, the mimic thought that Cassie died, but somehow Cassie is unconscious, and I feel like the main game shows what happens after that. I think that Cassie was freed, got out like a few days later, but it can also be a scooper ending, as Cassie just wins this battle against the mimic and nothing happens after, as we don't see. In my opinion, I think it's the elevator ending and Cassie somehow survived. Comment down below which ending do you think is the canon ending to the FNAF Ruin DLC.